thing. Canberra's best breakfast with Stephen Senatiempo on 2CC.
Partly cloudy, patches of frost and fog around this morning, tops in the mid-teens. Just be careful out on that fog is very, very thick, so just be careful if you're heading out onto the roads. Time to catch up with One Nation leader, Senator Pauline Hanson. Morning, Pauline.
Good morning, Stephen.
Geez, there's lots going on at the moment. I want to touch on this Twiggy Forrest pulling out of this green hydrogen deal. Look, I don't think it surprised anybody that this was never going to get off the ground, but it's cost the taxpayers a lot of money and cost 700 jobs in the process.
Well, it has, actually, but my understanding is the federal government's put $8 billion towards green hydrogen and $2 billion towards Twiggy Forrest. I had a meeting with him in my office a couple of months ago, and him and his advisors, and of course we called the meeting with him, wanted to explain to us about it. He was all hyped up about it, saying, oh, this is going to be a fantastic project. He was getting a lot of money, I'm talking about billions, out of America. Anyway, I told him there, I said, it's not going to work. All the evidence that I've had advised on it, it won't work. Anyway, he believed, well, what an absolute waste of money. There has been such a waste of money, and a lot of these projects that's happened around Australia, and it needs to be called out. The governments cannot keep throwing good taxpayers' dollars into these schemes because they feel the will of the day. There has to be accountability, Stephen. This has been, $600 million on a project down around Newcastle. There's been this other project that went in North Queensland, mid-Queensland, Rockhampton, and that was to do with, I can't think of it anyway, for cars, to put in cars. Yeah. That was another $240 million. These projects are on all the time. And it has to stop. I'm going to do an investigation into it to inform the Australian people where the tax dollars are gone. Well,
the thing is, Paul, look, I've got no problem with the concept of green hydrogen, but my understanding is the technology doesn't exist yet, so we're throwing money at something that can't actually happen. Now, at some stage down the track, maybe we will be able to produce green hydrogen, and great if we can. But it's not now, and certainly not $8 billion worth.
Not to the cost of the taxpayer, because what it takes in electricity from solar and wind, which we don't have anyway, so it costs a lot to produce it from the solar and wind. It takes energy to make hydrogen. We don't have it. And that's the stupid part about it.
Absolutely.
If we had nuclear, although if we had nuclear, we probably wouldn't need hydrogen anyway. So this is bloody Bowen, and this is the Labor government with all these schemes, all this push for renewables, which is costing us billions of dollars. As I said to you before, it's estimated $29 to $50 billion has been spent over the past 10 years in subsidies to these renewables.
Yeah, no wonder they're the cheapest form of energy. Goodness me. Now, this IT outage on Friday highlighted, and there's a lot of people out there pushing the need for cash, keep cash in your pocket. There's only one problem with that, is to get cash, you either need to go into a bank or get it out of an ATM, and they both would have been affected by this IT outage.
Correct. Those people that did carry cash on them was great, and I had to fly that afternoon, on Friday afternoon, so therefore the plane was delayed, but I managed to get the flight, which I was happy about. But a lot of people who didn't have cash, and those ones that were in shopping at the time, it was One Nation that stopped that cash payout over $10,000. So we actually put a stop to that. I'm all for cash. It is legal tender, and we should not get rid of it. And it's like these sort of things that happen. I remember in my shop when we had the electricity went down, we had to have cash. We couldn't use the till. So that's the stupid part about it. And a lot of companies don't want FPOS, although most of them are forced into it. There's still those smaller businesses that don't have it. We must have cash.
Yep. No, I agree. It's just getting access to the cash that's the problem these days. Pauline, good to talk to you. We'll catch up again next week.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Senator Pauline Hanson, One Nation leader. It's 24 and a half past.